Howdy everyone, in one of our most recent videos we got asked what filter do we use in our camper van. We said we use this one, but that wasn't quite true. We actually use 3 filters, but today we're going to replace them all and we're going to cut up the filters that we have got to see if they actually do what they claim they do. Starting with this one, which is our pre-filter. We've teamed our Camco filter up with a water twin so we can attach it to our water input. That means that any water that runs through your hose will be filtered before it goes into the tank. And this filter claims to be capable of filtering down to 20 microns. Any guff that might be in the water system, because we always try and use potable water wherever we go. But campground water can be iffy. So I'm going to cut it up and see what we can find inside. Has it done its job? But this filter that we get sort of every 6 months or so comes with one of these new doodads each time, so a flexible hose thingamablob, but it doesn't come with the fittings that you need for the other end. And if you're in the UK like we are, you need to make sure you get the right pitch type to go with a hose lock. So you've got different things inside here. So in the end where the water enters, this end, you have a gauze to catch the largest sort of bits of sediment that you might have. As you work your way through the filter, you've got like a pre-filtered gauze, then another gauze, and then you've got a bunch of activated charcoal that you sort of expect to have in there because that's what removes the bad tastes and odours and stuff from the water, followed by another filter gauze, and then finally a 20 micron gauze at the end. Oh, look at that, I didn't touch the first gauze at all. But inside the filter you've got, like I said, the first sponge, which I must say this year looks far cleaner than when I changed it last year. But you have got like little bits and bobs and guff in there that you can see. You can see like where it's come through. You can see some bits and bobs that it's cut, and then where it's been against the activated charcoal. It's actually pretty compact, which is what you want, I guess. And then coming out the other end, you've got your other diaphragm filter. This is like a foam bit, and then you've got a bit in the end where you've got your 20 micron gauze. So overall not bad actually. That's probably done its job, which is a good thing. Some people watching might use these, or they might use the Clear O2 product, which is a green version of this. The difference between this and the Clear O2 is the Clear O2 has got a solid carbon block in it, and it filters everything down to 1 micron, which sounds amazing, and actually I'm going to show you how we achieve that in a minute. However, some people have sort of stated that it really slows down like the time it takes to filter through that water. This does that too, but it sort of adds like a couple of minutes. I'd rather do it this way, cut down on the majority of large particles getting into the water tank, which we've shown that it does do that, and then filter at source. So each time when I get a new one of these, I usually just reuse this flexible thing. I've got a few of these spare now, and I reuse this. So just taking off the PTFE tape, I'm going to add a little bit more, and then we'll install the new one. So yeah, just add the new one in. Put this one on the end, and then it goes on the water twin like that. Now, we don't always use a hose to fill, so if we're like off-grid or on a campsite where a hose isn't available, we use our watering can or other means. People always rag on me for having this collapsible watering can. When we were in France, especially, was amazing. So you've got like all your little spout and stuff in there. When you're filling up with this thing though, obviously you can't pass it through the filter. You're putting it straight into the tank, which is why we can only use that with the hose, and why we've got different methods of filtration within the van itself, for a couple of reasons. The first reason actually is because the shore flow water pump, they can be quite fragile, and you don't want bits of guff getting in them if you can help it. So on ours, we have a pre-filter. The water comes up from our tank, which is underneath our vehicle. So you've got a filler point over there, where we pre-filter whenever we can. Comes down into our tank here. It's sucked out of the floor up here where we've got our water pump. We have our strainer here, which is like a gauzed filter, our accumulator, before it all enters the vehicle. Like I said, the primary purpose for this one isn't for your drinking water, it's to protect this bad boy. And one of the best ways that you can do that is by making sure that no guff, crud, dirt is getting into your system. Ours should be pretty clean, but because we use the watering can and because the tank was installed fresh last year, we may have some stuff in here. And actually, yeah, you can see what I mean, because inside here it's not much, but we've got a few little bits and bobs which probably have come from where we filled up with the watering can, where we've got a couple of leaves and a couple of bits of debris. The good thing about this is we can just clean it out. But with those two filters that we got there, I can be pretty confident that no big bits of junk are going to get into the system. With our water system then, that goes in to feed our hot water, so it goes through our boiler and up to our sink. That's where I've decided to filter out down to 1 micron, because it made sense to me. You join me inside. We're in here, got our shower, so we don't worry about filtering the water for there, because I don't tend to drink out of that because I'm not a dog. But we can be sort of rest assured, like I say, that no bits of guff are going to get to the water heater. And then actually we would have removed some bits and bobs as well before it comes through our shower. And then we do have a filter and shower head on there, but that's for different reasons. Like I say, I don't drink from the shower head. Over this side I have our beautiful black sink, and I've decided to filter the water at source here so it could be safe for drinking. We've done that using this inline filter on our cold water feed. This is from a company called Osmio, but you could use any sort of inline water filter that takes down to 1 micron. The reason why I've gone this route is because this is nice and compact. 1 micron basically removes like levels of bacteria, stuff like arsenic, and even hormones from the water. So it's a bit of a shame really you can't apply this to some unbalanced humans. On each end you've basically got a threaded section that you can add your John Guest push fit into, and then you can just add it in there. I'm going to go and take our existing one apart just to see what's inside. It's at this point I've not messed up because I haven't checked that the system was depressurized in here. Top tip for you, open your tap first. Oh dear me. I'll film a quick video for YouTube, it'll be fun. The makeup of this one is slightly different. So inside you've got like different beads of material and filter material that will take it down to 1 micron. And the key difference here is that this will remove bacteria, it will remove many more impurities, and it will make it safe to drink. You know, even if you're using potable water, that degrades quite quickly when it's in your tank. We've got a big tank, so we've got 184 litres, which can last us a good few days. So we wanted to make sure that, you know, the water's as good as it can be. Okay, this one's interesting. So, in one end you've got a grid to take out big bits. Then you have some mesh, which looks clean as you'd expect it to. And then you've got activated charcoal, which look like caviar. And then of course you need to remember to run this one through for a minute or two to get rid of the charcoal. And then you should have a lovely crystal clear glass of water ready to drink, wash your hands with, do whatever you want to do. The job's a good one. Fresh. And that is how we filter our water. Please do give us a like if you have enjoyed this video, and you can watch more of our stuff up here. We'll be back real soon with more van build and more travel. Let us know how you filter your water too down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.